everyone. How are you today? It's Miss Lori coming back at you with a new video. We have a lot to do today. I have a lot of things over here that I want us to get to today. But I thought it was a lot of fun to start with a song yesterday and a different song. And we did our phonics song and we'll do it again. But today I was thinking, what haven't we done in a while? So today we are going to do Matman. Now, I told you yesterday that we were going to do Play-Doh letters, roll-a-doh. So if you have Play-Doh, awesome. If not, no biggie. You can watch me. The other thing that I would like for you to have is some paper, and we're going to do Matman together, okay? If you don't have paper and a crayon right now, that's okay. You can do it later. But we're going to start off with Matman, and we're going to start off with our song this morning. So are you ready? Okay, let's do Matman first before we do our weather or our morning song. So let's do Matman. I have it ready for us. Can you sing with me? Matman has one head, one head, one head. Matman has one head so that he can think. Matman has two eyes, two eyes, two eyes. Matman has two eyes so that he can see. Blink, blink, blink. Matman has one nose, one nose, one nose. Matman has one nose so that he can smell. Matman has one mouth, one mouth, one mouth. Matman has one mouth so that he can eat. Matman has two ears, two ears, two ears. Matman has two ears so that he can hear.
Listen.
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 Matman has one body, one body, one body. Matman has one body to hold what is inside.
His heart, his tummy, his lungs.
Matman has two arms, two arms, two arms. Matman has two arms so that he can reach. Can you reach? Matman has two hands, two hands, two hands. Matman has two hands so that he can clap. Matman has two legs, two legs, two legs. Matman has two legs so that he can stand. Good. Matman has 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. Matman has 2 feet so that he can walk. Excellent. Yay, Matman. We love Matman. All right, so let me make myself bigger. Now, kids, I'm going to talk to parents for a minute. Parents or significant adults, I want to talk to you about Matman. We do something at school called Handwriting Without Tears. And when you hear me say big line, little line, small curve, big curve, that's handwriting without tears. And what that helps us know is most of our letters are made up of those 4 things. Big lines, little lines, big curves, and little curves. And so Matman is a great way to practice making people. There are tons of different ways to make people, but for kids that are struggling with writing and struggling with making certain things, this is a way to get to practice and sing that song. Kids learn through song. And so Handwriting Without Tears is fantastic. All right. So kids, are you ready? We're going to draw it first, and then I'm going to make it. So let me get my marker. And remember, Matman's head is made up of 2 big curves, right? Some of you just do a big circle, and that's okay. But we're going to do 2 big curves. So Matman has one head, one head, one head. Woo! Matman has one. Let me try that again. One head so that he can think. Good job, guys. Matman has 2 eyes, 2 eyes, 2 eyes. Matman has 2 eyes so that he can see. Matman has one nose, one nose, one nose. Matman has one nose so that he can smell. Matman has, and this smile is made of a little curve. Matman has one mouth, one mouth, one mouth. Matman has one mouth so that he can eat. Good. Now, we're going to, we forgot his ears. Matman has 2 ears, 2 ears, 2 ears. Matman has 2 ears so that he can hear. All right, now the next part we're going to do is body. Now, remember, the body is a rectangle. So, remember, rectangles have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So, we're going to make a big rectangle. You know how I like to do it. I usually do. So, we've got a little line. We've got a big line, little line. Excellent. And what's inside? His body holds what's inside. His heart, his tummy, his lungs. And remember, our lungs are what helps us breathe. Good. Matman has 2 arms, 2 arms, 2 arms. Matman has 2 arms so that he can reach. All right, now you ready to make hands? Some of you make hands. There's tons of different ways to make hands, but I want you to make hands. I didn't even count fingers. I should have, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we're just practicing and learning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So he has 2 hands. Now look, that looks like a tree. What did Miss Lori do? That's okay. We're learning, right? All right. So he has 2 hands so that he can clap. And then we're going to do 2 big lines for legs so that he can stand. Big line, big line. And then we have 2 little lines for his feet. And again, parents or adults, this is an easy way to start them learning how to make those lines and to begin. This is a good pre-writing activity. We love to make Matman in our classroom. When we first introduced Matman, there were days and days and days of kids drawing. Do you guys remember drawing Matman? We drew him on paper. We drew him on the whiteboard. We drew him everywhere, didn't we? And then from here, you guys remember, make stuff. Decorate him. Matman needs hats. He needs hair. If he wants hair, he needs all kinds of decorations. All right. So before we get started again, or before we continue, I decided that it would be fun to make Matman using some paper. And I know you guys have paper at home. Construction paper would work. I had different things, but I'm going to glue. I have some things to glue today. So I'm going to push this down just a little bit so you can see. Okay. I am going to use this green piece of paper. Isn't that great? I love my green. Whose favorite color is green? You guys like green? All right, so I'm going to use my green paper, and I have my glue, and then I have my thing. So what's the first thing I need? He needs a head. So I'm going to glue his head on. And what shape is his head? We used 2 big curves to make what? 1 circle. So I'm going to put him up top, the very tippy top, and I'm going to glue him down. Now, Matman has 2 eyes, so I'm going to draw eyes, nose, and a mouth. Matman, 2 eyes, 1, 2. I got a nose, and then we're going to do a small curve for a mouth, right? There's his mouth. Hi, Matman. And then we're going to do 2 small curves for ears. 1, 2. One ear is bigger than the other. All right. What is next? So we've got head, we've got ears, we've got eyes, nose, and mouth. That's right, his body. And remember, what shape is his body? His body is a rectangle, 2 long sides, 2 short sides is a rectangle. Okay, we got 2. There's his body. Glue it on. See? All right. Now, I have arms for him. Now, remember, his arms are made of 2 big lines. So I'm going to put 2 big lines. And look, that's a rectangle too. 2 big lines. And I'm going to make him reaching up. One more. One more. Good. And then we need to make hands, right? Oh no, Miss Lori, this is the part that makes me nervous. I'm not so good at making hands, but I will try. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to make a little wrist, and then we're going to make hands. Beep, 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 beep. There's just hands. One smaller than the other. I'm not the best artist, kids, but I'm doing my best. All right, now he has 2 arms, a body that holds, oh, we forgot his heart. Remember, his body holds what's inside. His heart, his tummy, his lungs. There we go. There's his heart. Okay, so we have that. Now, what do we need? 2 legs. Very good. Matman has 2 legs, 2 legs, 2 legs. Matman has 2 legs so that he can stand. And I'm going to push this up just a little bit. And then, oh, my glue is drying so fast. Okay. And then 2 legs, which is 2 big lines. And then what do we need? He has 2 legs to stand. My paper is not gluing today, children. All right, and that's right, he needs 2 little lines for legs, or for feet, so that he can walk. 1, 2. And then I'm just going to make a little bit of hair. I don't know if he can have hair up top or not. His hair's sticking up. Hi, hair. And then I'm going to, there we go. There's Matman. There we go. Hi, Matman. How can you guys make Matman today? What can you use to make Matman today? Do you have paper at home that you can draw and cut and glue? Do you have, what else? What else could you have at home? You could draw him with crayons or a pencil or pen. I want you, this is part of our writing activity today. You are to make Matman today. Can you do that? I know you can. I know you can. Okay, excuse me. Well, let's get started with our day now. We did a different song and we started our day differently, but I always like to do our good morning song. And let's do that and let's be weather helpers today, and then we'll get going with the other things that I have. Are you ready? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. How are you today? Reach to your neighbor and touch their shoulder. Reach to your neighbor and touch their shoulder. Reach to your neighbor and touch their shoulder. How are you today? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? How are you? Can you tell me? Excellent. All right, you know what's next. I need my weather helpers. So look outside. Look out a window. Oh no, I dropped one. Where did it go? Oh no, I dropped Lasana's favorite. All right. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather today? Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it cloudy? I always have my cloudy. Is it cloudy? Upside down. Is it windy? Is it cold or snowy? What's the weather today? What's the weather? Excellent! Excellent. You guys are excellent weather helpers. Has anybody ever told you that? All right, we haven't done this in a while, but I would like us to do our mindfulness activity. I have my chime. I was thinking about this the other day. I was feeling like I had a lot of stuff to get done, and I was feeling like I miss you guys. And so I needed this the other day for me. So I wonder if you guys need it today, because I know I do. So I want you to sit on the floor, and I want you to crisscross applesauce, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to listen for the chime. Are you ready? Here we go. Excellent. And when you're listening, I want you to be breathing in and out. We're going to do it one more time. Are you ready? Excellent. We are ready to continue with our activities. I love my chime, and I love that you guys love doing the chime with me. All right, I promised you yesterday, I'm going to erase this so you're not distracted. I promised you yesterday that we would be doing some roll-a-doh letters. And so I have my Play-Doh here that I made last week. And before we get started, though, I want to review all of the letters that we've done since you guys have been home. We've done 5 letters since you guys have been home, and I'll introduce a new letter tomorrow, and we'll practice that tomorrow and Friday. But today I want to use these as review, and then we'll do our Play-Doh. If you have your Play-Doh ready, great. If you don't, that's okay. You can watch me. It's okay. All right, so our first letter that we're going to review today is this letter. What letter is this? What letter is this? G. Very good. It is the letter G, and it sounds like what? G. Did you get that right? G. Remember, we hear it in the back of our throat. G. Very good. And can you remember one thing that was in my bucket? Just one. Can you think of one? I didn't look. I'm going to guess. Was a horse in my bucket? Does horse begin with G? Let me look. No, there's no horse. That doesn't make the G sound, does it? G. Can you think of something? Was goat in our bucket? Goat was in our bucket. Was, let me think of something else. Gum? Was gum in our bucket? Yes, very good. Was gorilla in our bucket? Yeah, it was. Was octopus in our bucket? Oh, no. Octopus was not in our bucket. Octopus says, ah. That's not g. Ah. Oh, I remember. Octopus begins with O. I was totally wrong. But we're doing G. G. Very good. Oh, gift. I forgot gift. How can I forget gift? I love to get gifts. Good. So those are the things that begin with G. Some of the things. You might have thought of guitar. We also had a guitar in here. And gum and goat and gift and gorilla. So very good. All right. So next letter. Are you ready? What letter is this? Did you guess F? Because F is correct. F. The sound is F. Can you think of something that was in my bucket? Did you guess feather? Yes, feather was in my bucket. How about fan? Oh, fan was in my bucket. Yeah. That makes. Was zebra in my bucket? Oh, no. Zebra, Z, oh, that's not the same. Zebra begins. Oh, I remember Z. Miss Lori, that wasn't in our bucket. Was fish in our bucket? Fish, yeah, fish was in our bucket. What about football? Yeah, football was in our bucket. Excellent. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to take all the things out, and we're going to sort them in the correct bucket. Okay? I'm going to do one more bucket for now. What letter is this? Did you guess S? Because you would be right if you did. And what sound does S make? S. Excellent, excellent. S. Can you think of something in my bucket that begins with S? You're right. Did you say sun? Because sun's in my bucket. Did you say seal? That was in my bucket. Yeah. How did Miss Lori forget? Seahorse was in our bucket, wasn't it? Seahorse. Very good. Okay. Let me do 2 buckets at a time. I'm going to put this one back, and I'm going to do our G bucket and our F bucket. Okay? I'm going to put the things in my cup because I don't have the mystery box with me. I'm going to use my cup. Okay? Oh no, that won't fit. Okay. So let me get these out. Okay. So, can you see that? There's my S bucket. And there's my G bucket. Okay? Sorry, let me just get that back for you. All right. So we have Sorry. Let me start that again. Miss Lori's making all kinds of mistakes today, but you know what? It's okay. G, S. Okay. Shake my things up. I'm not going to look. What am I going to pull out today? Oh, gorilla. Which bucket does gorilla go in? Do you remember? Let me say that. Gorilla. Gorilla. Let me think. Can you help me? Did you say G? Because that would be right. Gorilla begins with G. Bye, gorilla. Here, we'll see if we can stick him there. Okay. Let me do something else. Let me see what's in here. Gift. Let me set that down and let me think. Gift. Gift. Does that say G or S? You're right. Gift goes in the G bucket. Gift. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Oh! One of my favorite animals in the sea. He does not want to stand up. Oh, seahorse. Let me say that word. Seahorse. Seahorse. Does seahorse begin with G or S? Seahorse. G or S? You're right. S. You're right. S. Seahorse. Oh, my seahorse fell out. You're right. He went in the seahorse. Okay, in the S bucket. Let's see what else I have. Don't look. Beep. Oh, a Mr. Sun. Sun. A Mr. Golden Sun. Sun. Oh dear. I'm going to listen to that. I need some help. Sun. Does it begin with G or S? Sun. You're right. It begins with S. S. Excellent. Sun. Okay. Oh, hello. Mr. Goat. 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 Does goat begin with G or S? You're right. G. You guys are getting too smart for me. G. Goodbye, goat. Oh, I shouldn't have looked. Let me shake it up. Hang on. Oh. What's this animal? A seal. I better say that out loud again. Seal. seal. Does it begin with G or S? Seal. You're right, it begins with S. You guys are getting too good. Let's see. I think I have a couple more things in here. Oh, a guitar. Let me play my little guitar. Guitar. Does guitar begin with G or S? You're right. G. G. Very good. I got one more. Gum. 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 Good. Gum. S or G. S or G. Gum. You're right. Gum. Excellent. Man, you guys are doing so well. So those are our G and our S buckets. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow with listening for those sounds and putting them in the right bucket. And the next week, we're going to do 3 at a time. Do you think you can do it? I do. I know you can. All right, but let's review the rest of our buckets, though, because we're going to make these letters today. Let me put these off to the side. All right, I have 2 more buckets that we did. What letter is this? K. Very good. K. K. It sounds different than G, right? K. Do you remember something from my K bucket, my K bucket? Did you say kite? Because kite was in my bucket. Yeah. Did you say key? Because key was in my bucket. Yeah. Good job. Did you say kangaroo? Because kangaroo was in my K bucket. And did you say kettle? Kettle was in our bucket, wasn't it? Kettle and key. Did I think of kangaroo and kite? Very good. Excellent. And we've got one more. It was a good bucket. I liked this bucket. Do you remember what letter this is? Do you remember we had 5 children in our classroom that had this letter in their name? That's right. It's a Y. Yeah. And that sound is yeah. Yeah. Can you remember something in my bucket that was yeah sounding? Did you say yellow? Because yellow was in my bucket. Yellow pom-pom. Do you remember? Yellow begins with yeah. Did you say yogurt? Yogurt begins with yeah. Very good. Did you say yarn? Because yarn is definitely in my bucket. Yarn, yogurt. Oh, do you remember that sign? That means that we have to be careful when we're getting on a road. Yield. Yeah, we have to watch for other cars, and they go first, and we go second. Yield. Yield. Is that all? Yo-yo. Did you say yo-yo? Yo-yo begins with Y. Excellent. You guys, you're just too good. You are learning and growing. I mean, before long, you're going to not need Miss Lori anymore, and you're going to need to go off to kindergarten. You guys are so smart, and you're learning something new every day. All right, so I promised you, do you have your Play-Doh? If you don't, it's okay. No big. You can watch me, and then don't let me forget. I have a question to ask you at the end. But I have some Play-Doh. And do you remember, I don't know if you watched my video, but I posted it, and I made this, and I put pumpkin. Oh my goodness, I put pumpkin pie spice in there, and it was delicious. I loved it. I think I need my tray. I wasn't going to put it on there, but I think I need it, don't I? Okay, so we're going to make our letters today. We're going to start with our Y. Boy, I don't know if we've made a Y with our Play-Doh before. So remember, you're going to take a little bit off at a time. And we only need a little bit because we're going to roll it out. Do you remember? Now you can roll it in your hand like this, or you can roll it on your table. Remember, do not do this on the carpet because it will ruin the carpet. But I have my little line. I need another little line. Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we roll so well that we have we end up with big lines, and that's what I did. Look what I did. I rolled and rolled, and I think I'm going to cut this one in half. Make 2 equal lines. And then I need a big line, right? So big line. Move that up so you can see it. Little line, little line. Can you make a Y? Excellent. Big line, little line, little line. And there's that diagonal line again. You remember we were talking about drawing those diagonals. Yeah, very good. Should we try and make a lowercase? I don't think we've ever made a lowercase because you know what? Most of our roll-a-dough letters are uppercase letters. We can try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's try. Okay, so I'm going to roll my dough out again. And I'm going to pinch off a little piece. I made it long. So, and remember, our line goes diagonal, right? And then, did I make it? Can't see. Yes, I did. Yeah. Two letters, uppercase Y and lowercase y. Yeah, very good. I'm going to squish my Play-Doh together some more. Oh. Okay, look what I made. It's ready to use. I have another letter for you. Let's do this letter. What letter is this? Here, I'll put it on the side so I can see. K. Do you think we can do a K? I do. I'm going to pinch some off. And I'm going to do my big line first, okay? We're going to do our big line first. So I'm going to roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. I have a big line. Big line. Got it? And then, let me look at it. It looks like I need 2 little lines. Okay, so you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to roll a big long line and then cut it in half and make 2 little lines. How's that? So I'm going to use my Play-Doh and I'm going to roll and roll. Sometimes I use one hand, sometimes I use 2. How do you guys roll your Play-Doh? Do it with 1 or 2 hands? Yeah? Okay, I made my big long line and I'm going to cut it in half. Bink! Okay, this is the tricky part. Remember, those 2 diagonal lines look like a mouth. Right? So we're going to go diagonal up and diagonal down from the middle of the line. From the middle. K. I did it. Now the lowercase k looks very similar. So I'm going to get some more Play-Doh and I'm going to roll another big line out and we're going to make a lowercase k. Now again, we've not done this at school. We only do our uppercase letters at school, but I thought we would try. Why not, right? We can practice. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Do we cry? Goodness, no. Sometimes we get frustrated though, and that's okay. So I made my line is, I got too much Play-Doh, so I'm going to cut some of this off. So I got my big line, and then I think I need to roll this a little bit more. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. And then again, we're going to make 2 diagonal lines. Remember, open those up. 2 diagonal lines. 1 up and 1 down. Okay. Oh, that's too long. Let me take that off. Okay. We have our uppercase K and our lowercase k. Excellent. Did you do it too? Good job. All right, get your Play-Doh. I'm going to make mine into a ball again. I always like to start with a ball. You guys can do this letter. You're going to say, "Oh, Miss Lori, that's too easy." Well, good. We're going to practice anyway. Okay, I got my ball. What letter? Where's my sticker? There it is. We're going to make the letter F. That's right. So I'm going to pinch some off, and I'm going to start to roll a big line. Roll a big line. I got it. There's my big line. Okay. And then we're going to do, how many little lines do we need? How many? 2, that's right. So I'm going to do a big long line again, a big line again and cut it in half. Okay. F. Did you do it too? Excellent. Okay. Should we try to do our little F? I think we can do it. All right. So I'm going to take my Play-Doh, I got some more, and I'm going to roll another big line because the lowercase f does have a big line in it, but it's also got the turn at the top, doesn't it? It has a turn at the top. So we're going to roll our Play-Doh. Roll, 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 roll. Okay. All right, here it goes. So I'm going to do, here's my big line, and then I'm going to make a turn at the top. Turn, just like that. And then I just need another little line to go across. So I ran out of Play-Doh, so I have to get a little bit more. And I'm going to roll a little line all the way across like this. Ah, look, we did it! F. Uppercase F, lowercase f. Very good. Okay, get your Play-Doh. Ball, put it in. If I'm going too fast, that's okay. You guys take as long as you need, and you can stay with me and practice later, or you can just, if it's not finished, that's okay. I know sometimes it's hard. It takes a little bit longer, and that's okay. There doesn't need to be, you're going at your pace, and that's okay, okay? So if I'm going too fast, I apologize. Let's do, here, I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit. All right. Okay. You guys are doing great, by the way. We've done 3 letters so far, and you're doing fantastic. Okay. So what letter are we going to do next? Now, this is going to be a tough one, but I know that we can do it together. We're going to need a really big long line. So do you see my ball of Play-Doh? I'm going to probably do half of it. And we need a big long line because we have to make some turns, don't we? When we make our big curve and then we have to do a turn. So we have to do a little bit. So I got a little bit more Play-Doh so that I can make a little bit of a longer line. So we're going to roll that out. It's going to take a minute because I got a lot of Play-Doh. But I'm going to use 2 hands for this one because G is a difficult roll-a-doh letter to make, but I know that we can do it. I wish you guys had the roll-a-doh letters at home. You could practice. Okay, so I've got a really long line, and I can't, I don't want it to break. So I have a really long line. Now I'm going to start with my big curve, okay? Now, I have a big curve, and I know that, here, let me move it to the top. There's my big curve, but that's a C, right? And we're going to make a G. So I need to figure out how to make a turn. So, you know what? In fact, I'm going to get some more Play-Doh. I don't know what I'm thinking. This is what you guys do. So I'm going to take a little bit of Play-Doh, and I'm going to make that turn. Or we can do it like that. So you do it whatever you want. You can add some Play-Doh to make a little line like that. But I did a long line, I did a big curve, and then I did a turn. So here was my curve. We'll do it this way. Here was my big curve. That's the letter C, right? But we're not making C. So I had to make a little bit. So you can do it like this. I've turned it, made that turn. Or if you want to make your big curve, you could take another little piece of Play-Doh, and you need a little line like this. You could put it like that. Okay, and then you could do another little line. I need a little bit of Play-Doh, a little bit more. And we're going to finish making that. We need a little line going this way. So this one was a little bit tricky, but it's something that if we practice, we can definitely do. There it is. So I made a big curve, then I made a little line and a little line, okay? Can you guys do that? I'm going to wait for just a second so that you guys can do that. That's a hard one, and I know that it is because it's a little bit more complicated, isn't it? A little bit more complicated means that we have to figure things out, doesn't it? When things are super easy, we know some letters are really easy. You guys do A's really well. You do V's really well. If I gave you, you usually do K's pretty well. This is a tricky one, and I know that we can do it, right? T's are easy. T's are super easy. That's just a big line and a little line, isn't it? And so some letters are easier to make than others, and some are more difficult, aren't they? All right, did you make your big G? Okay, so this is something that I've not made before. We're going to try and do our little g. Okay, do you see that? That's a little bit tricky, and I've never done this before, so it's going to be a learning process for me too. I'm going to take a little bit of Play-Doh, and I'm going to roll it. Again, parents or adults, guys, kids, you keep rolling your Play-Doh. I'm going to talk to your adults. Adults, the reason why we do this is Play-Doh really begins to build up the muscles in our hands. And when we're rolling like that, you're using the muscles in your fingers all the way through your hands. And so rolling is a great pre-writing activity. This is one of the reasons why we do Play-Doh. Not only if we're playing with Play-Doh, if you think about the muscles that you're using in your hands, you're practicing those, you're getting ready. Writing takes the small muscles in our hands. It's called fine motor. And so when we're practicing this is a fun way to get those muscles built up in their hands. Because as they go to kindergarten, and as they go through school, they write all the time. And so it's important for us as preschool teachers to get them ready for that. And one of the ways that we do that, learning through play, is using Play-Doh letters, which we love. We call them Roll-A-Doh letters, which are great. All right, guys, back to parents, just wanted to give you a little teaching activity there. Kids, are you ready? I got my line. I'm going to make a circle. Do you see my circle for my G? I'm going to make a circle with my Play-Doh. And this is something you guys do all the time. You see? Look at that little circle. Good. All right, now, going to get a little tricky. We need to make a little bit longer line so we don't need to make a gigantic line, but we need to make another roll. That may be too big, and if it is too big, but we'll try it. Okay, I'm going to put that on the side, and then turn it like that. Do you see? G. So what I did was, you have your big line hooked onto your circle, and then I did a turn. Big G, little g. Excellent. You guys are awesome. All right, we got one more letter for our buckets today. One more. Can you stick with me? We got one more. Okay. What letter? You're going to tell me this is easy. I can do this. Good. We're going to end on an easy one. What letter? S. Excellent. And all this is, okay, so we've talked about it. It's two little curves, or you can make one big snaky S, right? So what should we do? I'm going to do a big long line because I love rolling my Play-Doh today. So I'm going to do a big long line. Rolling, 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 rolling all day long. Okay, now, are you ready? Let me move back my S. All right, so it starts this way, and then it ends up that way. S. How's that? S. Good. Now the lowercase s, I know we can do because we just did a big uppercase S. It's the same, only smaller. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Play-Doh. I'm going to roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it. And this one's going to be smaller. Okay? Okay. Here we go again. S. I'm going to put it next to my uppercase S. And here's my lowercase s. S. And the sound is S. Oh my gosh, you guys did so good today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I want to tell you, parents, you can listen to, or adults, Kids, I'm talking to you with your parents listening or with your other adult listening. Please, if you're playing with Play-Doh, it goes on the table at home, and clean it up when you're finished. Please don't put it on the carpet. It sticks to the carpet, as we know. Also, if you're adults, we like to put different things in the Play-Doh. So, like, I had a question for you, but I have this. So, we sometimes, Miss Tracy and I will put things on the trays, on our Play-Doh trays for them to make imprints into. Now, kids, before you do that, before you put something in the Play-Doh, please check with your adult to make sure that it's okay to do. So I'm saying yes to this. So I found these, and I'll talk about those in a minute. But I'm going to put that and make a little print. Look, what shape? Ah, this looks like a hat. There's my circle. Good. So there are different things, parents, that we like to put. Let's see. I found this. This is the top of my pencil sharpener from my big pencil. And so I'm going to put this little one and make a little indent here and make a little indent here. See? So parents, we do that, but kids, make sure that you ask your parents first before you put something in the Play-Doh. They like to, because they like to wrap things. So if I gave them a stick or a pen like this, they like to wrap it around, which is fine, but that's why, kids, you need to ask first before you stick something in your Play-Doh, okay? All right, so we're done. Before we do, I'm going to make a quick face. Can you guys make a face with your Play-Doh today? I'm going to make a quick face. 2 little eyes. We'll make a Matman. Oh, I could make Matman with my Play-Doh. Let's see. Can you make Matman with your Play-Doh? I got 2 eyes, 2 nose, a nose, and then I'm going to roll some little pieces out. This is teeny tiny to make a mouth. Matman's got to have a mouth, and then he needs 2 ears, doesn't he? Let me roll these out. Can you do 2 at a time? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Beep. Beep. 2 ears. See? And then, oh, do you think I can do a rectangle? How would we do a rectangle? I could do, let's see. We could make it 2 different ways. We can use a line, or I wonder if I could just squish. Look. Ha! Okay, what do we need? Arms. So I gotta get some more Play-Doh. Boy, we're making lots of different ways of Matman today. We drew Matman, we sang Matman, I glued Matman. Now we're making Matman out of Play-Doh. He has 2 arms. Beep. 2 arms. Beep. So that he can reach. And then we got to do 2 legs. That's too little. Okay, let me make 2 legs real quick. 1. I need another leg. 2 big lines. Uh-oh. 1 leg's shorter. Going to be shorter than the other. 2 legs. And then 2 feet so he can walk. We need little, smaller lines. There we go. 2 feet. I'll show you Matman in a minute. I know you can't see the bottom. Okay. Yay! Matman! Bye, Matman. All right. Put your Play-Doh away. I got to put my lid on. Okay. So it stays. We always clean up when we're finished. Okay. One more thing today. Yesterday, I asked you guys to find something in your house to count. What did you find to count? Can you tell me? Excellent. I found these. Oh, I forgot a piece of Play-Doh. Let me put that in. Okay. I found these. I got these for our classroom, and we've not been able to use them yet because we've been out of school. But I found all of these rings. Aren't those cool? Aren't those cool? And I thought that I would count as many as would fit on my finger. Okay, do you think we could count these? Can you count them with me? Okay, as I take them off, I'm going to lay them down and we'll count them. Please do not count too fast because then we'll lose count, right? And then we won't remember where we were. So let's count. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, this one's small, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, what comes after 20? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I had 25 circles on my finger. 25! What did you find to count? Now, when we get back, I thought these would be fun to play with in Play-Doh, too. Like, we could make all kinds of things with these. You guys are more creative than me. So I bet you when we get back to class, you are going to make some fantastic things with these circles. All right, I have one more question before I stop. I was thinking about this yesterday. I haven't been able to read to you guys online, and I miss reading to you. I miss reading all those books. My dog doesn't care if I read books to him out loud, but I know you guys loved it, and you guys always had great questions. So my question to you is, are you reading? Do you have books at home that you could read? I hope so. I know that we can't go to the library, but parents, I don't know if you know, but you can get a digital card from the Cincinnati Public Library, and you can have books for them to read online. I would love for you guys to read at least 2 books a day. That's it. I'm just asking for 2 books a day. And I'm trying to read every day. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and my friend, he said, "Oh no, I've not been reading." And I said, reading is super important. I love a good story, and we learn things by reading. Do you remember when we read all those books about monster trucks, and we read about those big wheels and about the big wheels that and the different cars that are the monster trucks? Like, what was one of our monster trucks? Bigfoot. Do you remember? And so when we read things, we learn about them, and so we can. By reading, we have stories, we learn things, and it's so important for you guys to read every day. And so I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can read to you guys every day. And I have an idea, but I have to check with some people to make sure that that's okay, because reading is important, and I miss reading to you. I miss seeing your smiling faces every day. And I hope that today you will have a fantastic day. What are you going to play with today? Do you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to build some Legos today. That's what I'm going to do today. After I read and do some other work, I'm going to play with Legos today. What are you going to do? Whatever you do, make it a super fantastic day. Know Miss Lori thinks that you are extraordinary. Extraordinary. You are extra special. You are creative, and you are smart, and you make Miss Lori smile. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. See ya.